Signs of emotional trauma. How do you understand that your failures are not due to a banal lack of luck, but to emotional trauma? Emotional trauma is something that your neighbor in the stairwell suffers, and your boss, and even you yourself. Almost everyone faces this, it's just that not everyone is able to track it and, even more so, begin to do something towards getting rid of the consequences of the injury. How is emotional trauma caused? Very simple. Trauma happens to us at the moment when any impact was too much for us. How too much force can break a bone in your arm. Thus, too much emotional impact or too strong emotions in a difficult situation can break you mentally. For example, parents show their child intolerance, excessive demands, and criticism throughout childhood, which constantly undermines his sense of security, self-confidence, and self-worth. The child, trying with all his might to maintain affection, strives to meet the expectations of his parents. Growing up, complex experiences and emotions do not go away, just like the attitudes, they will love me only if I am great, I am not worthy of a good relationship, etc. And such beliefs affect all areas of a person's life, i.e. his professional activity, relationships with a partner, interaction with friends and relatives, relationships with oneself. The consequences of emotional trauma remain with us for many years. Exactly until the moment we say to ourselves, stop. I want to get rid of this. How to recognize emotional trauma? In the vast majority of cases, it manifests itself in the following symptoms. Increased anxiety, inability to quickly regain peace of mind. Often this anxiety is completely unfounded. Panic attacks. Their first episodes frighten a person, but then he perceives them as part of his life. Guilt, shame, self-hatred. A person constantly feels like he didn't cope, didn't justify it. He is always an under, no matter what he does. Feelings of helplessness and victimhood. These people are often in the state of a victim or a child, broadcasting this to the world around them. The problem is that trauma prevents us from maturing emotionally. It's as if we stop at the moment when it first happened. And our emotional reactions are able to remain at this level. According to the age of the injury. I realized that I had a problem at the moment when I internally said to myself, I am not worthy of this job. I even physically shuddered from this thought. I realized that this couldn't continue like this, and I had to solve my psychological problems now. So far there are few results, but I know that I will get my full life back, says Irina. Emotional trauma is not something that only affects military personnel in hot spots. Each of us can face something similar. It is very important to give yourself a helping hand, to become your own friend, to show self-compassion. I am ready to help you resolve this problem if you find these manifestations in yourself and really want to help yourself get rid of them.